Hello students, in today's session I would like to introduce you to the Environment Protection Act 1986. What is this act about? This is an act to provide the protection and improvement of environment and for the matters connected therewith. The Environment Protection Act was passed in March 1986 and came into force in November 1986. What is there in this act? In this act, the Constitution of India clearly states that it is the duty of the state to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forests and wildlife of the country. The Department of Environment was established in India in 1980. This later became the Ministry of Environment and Forests in 1985. The EPA or Environment Protection Act 1986 came into force soon after the Bhopal gas tragedy and is considered an umbrella legislation as it fills many gaps in the existing laws. Thereafter, a large number of laws came into existence as the problems began arising. For example, handling and management of hazardous wastes rules in 1989, the manufacture, use, import, export and storage of hazardous microorganisms or genetically engineered organisms or cells rules in 1989, the municipal solid waste rules 2000 and so on. What are the objectives of this act? The major objectives of this act are to implement the decisions made at the UN Conference on the Human Environment held at Stockholm in June 1972, to coordinate activities of the various regulatory agencies under the existing laws and creation of an authority or authorities for environment protection, to provide for deterrent punishment to those who endanger human environment safety and health. To ensure sustainable development is also one of the goals of the EPA 1986. If the Act is not armed with the powers to ensure sustainable development, it will become a barren shell. To enact general law on environmental protection which could cover uncovered gaps in the areas of major environmental hazards, as the existing laws generally focused on specific types of pollution or on specific categories of hazardous substances and some major areas of environment which were not covered. In short, the EPA 1986 aims at protecting and improving the environment and prevention of hazards to human beings, other living creatures, plants and property. Scheme of the Act. The Environment Protection Act 1986 has 26 sections and it has been divided into 4 chapters relating to: first, preliminary; the second, general powers of the central government; the third one, prevention, control and abatement of environmental pollution, and the last one is miscellaneous. Now, we will look into the preliminary, which deals with the short title, extent and commencement. This act may be called the Environment Protection Act 1986 and it extends to the whole of India. It shall come into force on such date as the central government may, by notification in the official gazette, appoint, and different dates may be appointed for different provisions of this act and for different areas. Next, we will look into few definitions in this act. What is environment? Environment includes water, air and land and the interrelationships which exist among and between water, air and land and human beings, other living creatures, plants, microorganisms and property. What is environmental pollutant? Environmental pollutant means any solid, liquid or gaseous substances present in such concentration as may be or tend to be injurious to environment. Environmental pollution means the presence in the environment of any environmental pollutant. Handling in relation to any substance means the manufacture, processing, treatment, package, storage, transportation, use, collection, destruction, conversion offering for sale, transfer or the like of such substances. Hazardous substances means any substance or preparation which by reason of its chemical or physico-chemical properties or handling is liable to cause harm to human beings, other living creatures, plants, microorganisms, property or the environment. Occupier in relation to any factory or premises means a person who has control over the affairs of the factory or the premises and includes in relation to any substance the person in possession of the substance. Prescribed means prescribed by rules made under this act. So, with that we come to the end of this session on the introduction to the Environmental Protection Act 1986. Hope to see you soon with more information on the act.